Powering off. Powering on. Mic off. Mic on.
Okay, we are live. Welcome back, everybody, to Level Up Gaming Alive. I know last week I wasn't able to stream. I had had to go home and pick some stuff up, bring some stuff back to school. But today we are going to be playing through Act 2 of Hideo Kojima's cyberpunk adventure, Snatcher. So, nothing really left to do but to do it, so let's jump on in. Act 2, Cure.
Okay, let's try to sort all this out. Metal Gear, would you mind helping out?
Not at all. Now projecting recorded video images.
Gibson calls in and you two immediately head for the abandoned factory in the M District. But when you arrived, Gibson had already been killed by someone, or something at the factory. From hair and skin samples recovered from his body, you determined that the perpetrators were two Snatchers, one male and one female. In addition, from a floppy disk containing notes from Gibson's investigation, you discovered that Snatchers have a crucial defect. Gibson was apparently killed because he had learned about this weak point. And this weak point is a key difference between them and real humans. Their artificial skin cannot tolerate ultraviolet rays. Long-term exposure causes it to become cancerous, a form of melanoma. This severely limits the places and times that they can operate to midwinter, when daylight hours are their shortest, and of course at night. And it looks as if it will take at least 6 months for them to develop a new skin which overcomes this fault. So their biggest weak point was that they had to keep themselves protected from ultraviolet rays over the past 6
Gonna adjust my desktop audio slightly.
months.
Try and balance everything out.
Gibson really put his earlier training as a science cop to good use in figuring this one out.
Let me know if that sounds better.
And that's why they use plenty of sunscreen,
better
even in
mixed.
the middle of the winter.
If not, I can jack it back down.
As a result of this, it becomes clear that there is one thing they must have to continue their survival. And that is medical facilities, where they can treat artificial skin which has become cancerous. And it appears that Gibson may have located a hospital used for this very purpose. In an effort to determine where Gibson had been investigating, you analyzed his stomach contents, found buffalo meat, and headed to the only place in the city that serves it, Outer Heaven. Isabella Velvet, a dancer at this place, gives you a description, which allows you to put together a montage of the man Gibson was trying to track down. You then ran this montage through the city's databank, using Jordan. And that gave you two suspects, Ivan Rodriguez and Freddie Nielsen. But from the condition of Ivan's skin, you determined that there was no possibility he could be a Snatcher. There was no evidence at all of melanoma. But as he was in possession of liquid sky, you turned him over to narcotics. Following that, a search of Freddie Nielsen's home turned up large quantities of sunscreen. Nielsen's wife, Lisa Nielsen, turns out to be a Snatcher, and you dispose of her. And you confirm that the skin cells found under Gibson's nails were from Lisa. Freddie Nielsen also turns out to be a Snatcher, and you dispose of him as well. The hair sample that was found in Gibson's hand is confirmed as being from Freddie. So you are able to determine that these two Snatchers, Freddie and Lisa, were the ones who killed Gibson. But then we have a problem. The bounty hunter who saved you, Seed, Random Hajil. An investigation uncovers that the information he provided when he filled out his bounty hunter registration was completely false. So who is this guy? Friend or foe?
What about the bank account he was having his bounty deposited into?
It was a common account used for paying bounty, and the funds were retransferred from there. We couldn't learn anything from it. Thank you, Metal. And now for the real fun. The hospital that Gibson had tracked down. If we can hit that, we may be able to shut down this snatch operation of theirs. Or if we can find some kind of patient records there, we may be able to find them quite easily.
So, Little John's memory might provide us with an important lead.
That's right. If we're lucky, there may be something left that we can work with. Navigators record everything their junkers do, just in case.
Just in case, huh? Well, this looks like one of those cases.
Harry should have recovered it by now. Go see how he's doing. Seed, I'm counting on you to find this hospital.
Alright, so that was a nice little tidy recap of Act 1 of Snatcher, but pretty much everything sort of played out the way that Benson Cunningham, that the chief, sort of stated. Went to the factory, found what was left of Gibson, did a little bit of analysis, determined that it was two Snatchers. You know, eventually followed their trail all the way to Freddie and Lisa Nielsen. We took out Lisa, and bounty hunter Random Hajil took out Freddie. Though it seems like Random wasn't exactly honest in the information that he provided. I'm going to now take a second and check my audio over my phone, because I know last stream was just a little bit quiet, so I want to see if this is a little bit better in terms of background, in terms of hearing the game. So give me 1 second.
Mic off. Mic on.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Mic off. Mic on.
Alright, it looks like my audio is a little better balanced now, so that's what we'll be doing. So this is Act 2. Let's go with the investigative procedure. First thing you should do is get Harry to recover Little John's memory for you. From Random. He's definitely not a Neo-Kobe citizen. He's probably some kind of a drifter. A drifter? You know, an illegal immigrant. Shape up, Seed. Okay, anything else? No. Little John's memory. Yes, go see Harry. we've got other things to investigate. Nah, I want to investigate. If I was a Snatcher, I would have killed you long ago. That's not possible, is it? That's how they work, by breaking down people's trust in each other. Be careful, Seed. Good point. Windows. Auto-tinting glass. By applying a small light current to the electrochromic tungsten coating of the glass, the tint can be adjusted from perfectly transparent to almost opaque. Fancy. Don't trust that picture, it's really special. Seed, get down to engineering and see Harry. Evidence, so all we've got is the chess piece. Still haven't figured out what this chess piece is supposed to mean, have we? Apparently it had nothing to do with that incident with Freddy. It may have something to do with that hospital that Gibson found. Perception area. Where should we go? John's memories no. Looks like we gotta go to engineering.
About time you got here, Gillian. I've got Little John's memory all ready for you.
Well, were you able to get anything from it?
Just relax.
Jeez,
I'll put
I
it
hear
on the
my phone
monitor for
going
you
in the
now.
background. Hang on.
I'm afraid it was almost completely destroyed beyond recovery. Those Snatchers, they sure do a thorough job.
What do you mean? Wasn't there anything left?
Like I said, just relax. I was able to get one video image out of it. I don't have the slightest what this is, but it's definitely got something to do with Jean's investigation. This is it. So, Gillian, do you have any idea what this is?
Hospital O'Lean? This is almost certainly the Snatcher-controlled hospital that Gibson was looking for.
You ought to run the name through Jordan, but if that hospital is not legit, the data won't mean anything. This city is packed with unregistered hospitals.
The sign in this picture looks curved. This word O'Lean might continue past the edge of the image.
I've stored this image. You can view it at any time. Just use the graphic memory command in the possessions menu.
Alright. Hospital O'Lean. Look. Picture of Harry as a child. There's something off about that photo. Just something off about it. It's a bottle with Napoleon's video phone number, so it's still got the brandy bottle. Way to tell the parents are. They analyzed the bone structure of the kid in the picture, and it's definitely him. Let's talk. You're too gentle, you know. On the other hand, if I were you, I'd worry about that gentleness costing your life someday. About Random. I've heard he's really good. I already put down at least 3 of them, but I still don't get along with those types. But I thought that these blasters were the only thing that could take out a Snatcher. In theory, that's right. A standard ray gun just isn't strong enough. Still, if you modified a standard ray gun to focus its energy much better than usual, you never know. But that would make it that much harder to hit your target, right? That's right. In other words, that Random is one heck of a shot. Normally, that just doesn't work. Jeez. So that was, like, I guess a 1 in a million sort of thing. Jesus. Well, registered bounty hunter or not, Random certainly saved our ass last act. I may be old, but I'm in good shape. I don't know too much about hospitals. Never heard of this one either. It's a queen. Okay, so the chess piece is a queen. O'Lean Hospital. We need to figure out what that means. There's gotta be some meaning behind O'Lean. Gillian? What? Harry suggested that we check the hospital using the Jordan system, but the Jordan system doesn't offer a hospital search function. Really? Why don't we ask Napoleon? Chief's office. Have you found any new leads? Ask. Investigative procedure. You gotta look for the hospital. Yeah, why don't you ask that informant? Do you have any ideas about this Oline? It could be somebody's name. I want to ask you about, little fling with Jamie, but, guess I can't ask that quite yet. Or I missed it at the end of Act 1, but I'm not sure. Let's go to the computer room. I just want to check some things out. Host AI computer system. Please insert your ID card. Just want to load some ID files. Add your name. Lisa Nielsen. Try that again. Lisa Nielsen, housewife, age 25, address dormitory, Okamoto, apartment number 202-3-78, New Okamoto, MR District. Family, husband, Freddie, age 29. Revealed to be Snatcher by Junker investigator, terminated by Junker Gillian Seed. Body of original Lisa has not been recovered. Yeah, that does bring up a good point. Where the hell did all the bodies go? Like, I mean, yeah, Snatchers can't really just throw them into a dumpster. Freddie Nielsen. Freddie Nielsen, taxi driver, no company affiliation, age 29, address dormitory, Okamoto, apartment number 202-378, New Okamoto, MR District, family, wife, Lisa, age 25. Investigation reveals Nielsen is a snatcher, terminated by civilian bounty hunter. Body of original Nielsen never found. Alright, let me try a few others. Let me try Ivan real quick, see if anything's updated about him. Ivan Rodriguez, air surfer, amateur, age 27, address 522, 5-22, South Itayado, South SN District, non-municipal data administration district, family, none. Home searched on suspicion of being a snatcher, arrested for possession of illegal drugs. So we can find about random. Not execute request, because there's no data. If that's his real name and there's no data on him in Alpha 1, then he must be some kind of drifter or illegal immigrant. Alrighty then. So our search of Jordan proved, yeah, so our search of, Jordan really didn't prove super useful in montage mode. Yeah, at this point, the montage feature is pretty much useless, but, we can still screw around with it. In fact, I'm going to create the most ridiculous, montage you can in the game. Facial shape, eyes. Yeah, it looks a little like the Petscop thing. Almost. Nose. 5. Mouth. 5. But yeah, you can't run anything through the montage system again. That was a one and done mechanic, which sucks because the game was longer. They should have put it in a few times. No, let's go to the detective's room. Look, near your desk. It's the desk John was using. It's straightened up. This would all be so much easier if John was still alive. Yeah. Locker, these are the rooms. I got it all to myself now. Personal items that were on the desk have all been removed. When they were giving his stuff away, I got his fountain pen. Hey, fountain pen users represent. Got my Lamy 2000 right here. Shame that the one fountain pen user in Snatcher is sort of dead. But you know what? There's for my local fountain pen community. There's for r/fountain pens on Reddit. And my local fountain pen community. Locker, now your personal items are the only things there. One of these days somebody may have to take care of my personal items. Gillian, this isn't some omen. I will shut the locker. So they just gave away Sean's things, and Gillian ended up with a fountain pen. I mean, probably was a good fountain pen though, knowing John, knowing his taste for antiques. I'm going to avoid the shooting range because again, I must have missed something. Supposedly right now you're able to ask him about there's supposed to be a spot because we encountered Jamie. Chief does get pretty upset about his painting, but there's something about the picture. But there's like a thing where you can. So I was hoping to get everything done in one playthrough, like sort of encounter every event, but there is a scene where if you catch, in Act 1, where if you catch Jamie talking with the Chief, you're supposed to be able to ask him in Act 2 about it. You're supposed to be able to ask the Chief about it, and he says that him and Jamie were talking about you, but they were worried for you that you were putting too much work in. It's like a really touching scene. I guess it doesn't show up. Now, talk. I always wondered about this. How did somebody like you end up a junker? For the same reasons as you and Harry. Ask random bounty hunter, huh? Can you trust people like that? Well, he sounds sort of cool, but a little scary too. I wonder what kind of a person he is. I mean, he saved my ass, so. Olean, huh? I've never heard of any hospital like that. Alrighty. Let's go to the turbo cycle. As you can see, all of our locations have been reset. We can pretty much now go to Junker HQ, Gillian's apartment, and Alton Plaza. You know, I just realized, Jamie's working for Neokobe Pharmaceuticals. Maybe we should call her and ask her about a possible Olean hospital. Might be worth a shot. This is your apartment building. Go inside. This is your living room. Yes, I can see. Nothing unusual. It's provided with complete data files on your apartment. Nothing else on the shelf. Area. Just the right amount of space for someone living alone. Picture of Jamie. She always... Good old buddy cop. Genre. I don't realize. Since this... Read no motion, there's no one here besides us. Okay, that's good. 393444. Yeah, why don't we call her and ask about Hospital Olean? Three, four, four, four. Oh shit. Fuck. Well guys, that was the stream. Looks like it's game over for us. Our wife is dead.
Bet I surprised you, huh? Don't worry, this is just a tape. I'm at work right now. If you need to reach me, please call Neo Kobe Pharmaceutical Labs at 391009. Sorry to scare you. Bye!
Oh god, that was the kind of pun that I would joke about or make a. But let's try calling again. I want to see if anything changes on that side. If there's any other dialogue.
Bet I surprised you, huh? Don't worry, this is just a tape. I'm at work right now. If you need to reach me, please call Neo Kobe Pharmaceutical Labs at 391009. Sorry to scare you. Bye!
391009. Alright, let's call Neo Kobe Pharmaceutical Labs.
Good afternoon. Neo Kobe Pharmaceutical Labs. May I help you? Oh, Gillian, what's up?
Look. Talk. Your feelings. My feelings for yours too. Your job. I've learned the Snatchers have taken over a hospital and somewhere there. I need your help with this. All I have to do is ask Gillian. I'll do anything to help out. Ask me anything. I may be able to help you out. Jamie, that message on your answering machine, wasn't that going a bit too far? Did I scare you? You bet you did. Were you worried? Yes, I was worried. How worried? How worried? Oh, pretty worried. Good. But you cut the jokes like that? If the Snatchers ever got your hands on you, I don't even want to think about it as a joke. Okay, Gillian. Still, that mask was really well done. Well, after you showed me your mask for Outer Heaven. What, was that made at Plato's Cavern? Yeah, I borrowed it from a guy at work. No wonder, they make really good stuff over there. Man, if only we had a real-world Plato's Cavern, get all my computer junk and fountain pen stuff from there. Jamie and Alton Plaza. Jamie, as a matter of fact, What? I saw you, Jamie. I saw you, walking with the chief. Was that some kind of mistake? You saw us? It must have been somebody else. Somebody else? Can we talk about something a little more positive? Dodging the issue. Well, that sounds like an admission of guilt to me. Hey, stop trying to play detective with my personal life. The photo. Can I ask you one question? Do you remember the picture of you that I have? Yes, that picture of me when I was a little girl, right? Where was that taken? I don't really know. It looks like the Olympics or something. I wonder how long you've had that. I suppose I had it with me when the army picked us up. That picture looks like it might have been taken at the Moscow Olympics. Moscow? When was that? A long time ago. Long before we were born. That's all you wanted to ask about it? see, Jamie, this picture looks like it may have been faked. Faked? Who would do something like that, and why? I don't know why, but they might be using us as our guinea pigs. What are you talking about? It's as if we're being controlled by something we cannot see. Only us? We're the only ones who don't even know about ourselves. Maybe the government knows something. Let's just forget about this, Gillian. Let's just be ourselves. Let's worry about what to do from now on. Yeah. Alright, let's ask her. Memory. How's your memory doing? Any signs it might be coming back? Somehow I feel like maybe I've always been doing this job. I seem to remember wearing white. Can't you remember anything, Gillian? Jamie in white. I'm afraid not. Nothing. The Snatchers require a hospital which has facilities to treat ultraviolet ray exposure. Do you have any ideas about that? Well, having facilities to treat ultraviolet ray exposure is nothing rare, but we keep records here on the hospital. Records here on the hospitals on the island. I'll take a look at those. But don't get your hopes up. If it's a black market place running on its own, we probably won't have anything at all on it. Don't worry, if I figure anything out, I'll give you a call. Gillian, now I've got a reason to talk about you again sometime. You silly, you don't have to have a reason to talk to me. You know, I'm sorry. Thanks for asking me to dinner the other day. I'm sorry I couldn't go, but I was really happy that you asked. I want to see you. I just can't see you now, Gillian. We're better off like this. That's a chess piece. What's that for? I still haven't figured that out myself. It's supposed to have some meaning? From what I know of Gibson's personality, it probably does. Olean, I think I've heard of that. It might be a hospital on the island. Almost all of the development and administration of pharmaceuticals on the island takes place here. So even the pharmaceutical industry is like tied up. It's like all on the island. If I find anything out about the hospital, I'll give you a call. Thanks, I really need your help on this one. So even that's isolated, like the pharmaceuticals. Wonder if now we can ask the chief about his little trip with Jamie. Actually, let me go back in real quick. This is your living room. Enter bathroom. We are in the bathroom. Appears to be a very... Well, after seeing that bathroom in Freddy's apartment, give me a break, Metal. It's a lot better than Ivan's. Yeah, that's another way of looking at it. Smartass. There's a small sterilizing unit and a hand dryer. There, you see, I'm doing my part for the conservation movement. That's a truly impressive commitment to global conservationism. This toilet has the latest health pot. Perfume. Jamie's favorite perfume. The latest micro laser feather type. Floor and walls are all tile covered. I see nothing out of the ordinary. The pipes aren't even clogged. The health pot. Le smell de la mort. Well, you know what? I haven't taken a shit since Act 1. Been holding it in for a while. Of course, the punchline here comes when she does turn you down. Well, we probably won't be coming here for a while, so yeah. Yeah, let's go Junker HQ. We probably I'm gonna check with the chief now because I think that was our little talk with Jamie is what triggered the event to is what triggered that event to take place. So let's see what's going on now. Arrived at headquarters. What would you like to do? Let's go to the chief's office and get some info out of him. I'd like to ask you about a personal matter. What? Go ahead. I saw you walking with Jamie the other day. Are you and Jamie seeing each other? What did Jamie have to say about that? Nothing. What's so funny, Chief? You think I'm having an affair with Jamie? Fool? Huh? She was asking me a few things about you. What kind of things? She was really worried about you. Began to talk to me. Apparently, Gibson's death had gotten her spooked. I see. You've got a wonderful wife. So that's what that one was all about. Even without memories, she seems to really care about you. Jamie. Seed, you should apologize to her. But it's your own private problem. I shouldn't say too much. Jamie. Well...
Good afternoon. Neo Kobe Pharmaceutical Labs.
Afternoon?
May I
It's
help
still
you?
freaking night outside.
Oh, Gillian, what's up?
Talk, you and all talk. I'm sorry about that little stunt I pulled the other day. Oh, that? I heard from the chief. Oh, really? Why didn't you tell me? I don't know. I really don't. I'm sorry. It was pretty immature of me. I just got really upset. Gillian? Yes? You're the only one for me. I'm always thinking about you. Don't forget it, okay? Thanks, Jamie. Well, I got everything I needed out of her. Including the truth about that little trip that they took. I should probably, I think, Benson was talking about, reaching out to Napoleon, so. His middle number, Napoleon, what was Napoleon's? 395644.
The number you have reached is not in service at this time. Please check the number and dial again. This is a recording. JT&T Neo Kobe.
That always takes forever. And I forgot the number, so... What the fuck? Three 395644. correctly, it is rain. Can't talk on the video phone, I'll meet you in the usual place. Just dial that again. Really wish there was a button that let you go back. Jeez, we're already 48 minutes into Act 2 and we've made like 0 progress. I really know how to drag this game off. I really know how to drag this game across several episodes. Times it's 7:07. Oh, crap. I should be able to get through Act 2 by the end of the stream tonight. I just gotta be conscious about how much sleep I'm getting, because I gotta get up early tomorrow. So enter the turbo cycle. Just check my phone. Let's go to Alton Plaza. One sec. To Alton Plaza. Next, the turbo cycle. Christmas with you is the worst case scenario. Jeez. Neon. Even Santa Claus is here. I wonder. A man dressed as Santa Claus is handing out tissues as an advertisement. Huh, that's Santa Claus. What's wrong? Nothing. Probably just my imagination. Should we check him out? Let's check out this Santa. Let's go.
Wait a minute. You're no Santa.
How'd you guess?
What are you doing in that outfit?
What are you talking about? That's it! Ugh. I'm quitting this job. It's too dangerous. Somebody's after me. I'm gonna end up dead, just like Gibson.
Hey, don't be touchy. There's a tag on the suit that says Rick Bakery Productions. That's the place that makes those masks. A Chinese Santa, eh? Gillian, you can't just say that stuff. It's 2042, man. Get with the game. Somehow you just don't fit the image. Well, I'm so sorry to disappoint you. It's traditional Santa Claus costume. Yes. Why don't you just go ahead and tell us who you really are, Napoleon? One of these days I'll have to tell you why I'm called Napoleon. I need some information about underground hospitals. Besides all the legit hospitals, there are scores of underground places all over the city. You'll never be able to find them all. Olean Hospital. Got a cold there, Napoleon? Some kind of allergy, I guess? I got an allergy, I guess. I always get this way in the winter. An allergen that only operates in the winter. That could be Snow 90 now. One can always pick up traces of Snow Line wherever Snatchers appear. This sneeze goes on and on. It's a man-made strain that was developed by the military years ago as a defensive weapon to help protect bases and the like. Wasn't all of it disposed of years ago? Yeah, but I hear talk that somebody started cultivating it again 3 years ago. 3 years ago? That's about the same time the Snatchers first appeared. Yeah, it is. Not Olene. Before that, why don't we take care... Yeah, I figured. Use cash. Damn, take it. Thanks a bundle. I mean, to be fair, when you are an informant and you really can't get a regular job because murder bots are after you. Oh, yeah. Maybe not be the one you're looking for, but I know an Olene hospital. Hey, I'm not doing this for fun, you know. You're going to have to do a little better than that. Some manners ask me to... Just as greedy as ever, eh? Here, take it. Thank you very much. Sounds pretty bad. I don't know too much about it, but it's over in the RF district. Why don't you go check it out? That's all I know. You'll have to do the rest yourself. You might be able to learn something about these illicit operations by checking up on pharmaceutical orders. After all, almost all the drugs used on the island are manufactured here as well. That's right. All of the pharmaceuticals on the island are distributed or manufactured by Kobe Pharmaceuticals. I've got Jamie checking into it for me.
Alright, I've had it. Don't call me anymore, okay?
Wait a minute, Napoleon. I'll keep any snatchers off your back.
They're after both of us. You better worry about watching your own back. Oh, by the way, here. A little Christmas present for you.
What? Tissues?
See ya. Merry Christmas.
Well, now he's gone.
No surprise there. He's got plenty of reason to be scared. Besides, I got the information I needed.
There's an advertisement on the back of that pack of tissues.
This is an ad for outer heaven. Just how many different jobs does that guy have?
Enough to keep him from getting snatched. Well, I guess it's time to check out Olene Hospital. Better get our blaster ready. We're going straight into the Snatcher's hideout. Now heading for Hospital Olene. We've arrived at Olene Hospital. What would you like to do? This is the Olene Hospital that Napoleon told us about. Is that really? Oh, we can just exit too. Oh, nice. Hospital. That doesn't look like... Possessions. Look. Video memory. That's the visual image that was... Yeah, that just doesn't look like... The sign in Little John's memory is written in a totally different style. This doesn't look right already. There's a neon sign on the roof of the building. The entrance appears to be up front. Wonder what they specialize in. There are no signs or anything. That's because it's one of those illicit places. The lights are on and there's signs of people inside. It looks like they are open. It's away from the worst of the slums, but you could hardly call this a nice neighborhood. It's away from the worst. Where is it? Must be the Snatcher maintenance facility that Gibson mentioned. Oh, irony. It says Hospital Olene. Is this really the place we're looking? Yeah. Doesn't look like the right. It's an automatically opening double door. All the windows and others open except the heavy metal screens covering them. It's covered with heavy metal screening. Animal droppings can be seen on several places on the road and sidewalks. The neon sign up here is different from the one in Little... Yeah, is this really the hospital? No, this doesn't look like it. This is odd. They seem to be using pressure plate sensors rather than more modern infrared. In other words, things haven't changed much since they opened. Must have been here a while. It doesn't smell like a hospital usually does. It's more like the smell of filth. We can't know unless we go in, Gillian. Be very careful. Gillian, what good does it do to go this far if you're just going to leave? Alright, let's go inside. I'll open the door. Are you ready? Yeah, go ahead. We're in the hospital. This would appear to be the reception area. We have to find out what this hospital is all about. I don't know, but given that everybody's carrying, looks like everybody's got animals, I'd say we're probably in the wrong place. Found room. This room seems to be a waiting area. Everyone is holding an animal of some sort. Parrot. This appears to be one of those super memory parrots. People use these birds frequently now when they study foreign languages or have other sounds they want to record. Penguin. It's a Magellanic Kobe penguin. They were developed in '33 as a breed which could thrive in tropical and temperate climates. It's one of those humming dogs, you know, the ones that have had their larynxes modified to help eliminate sound pollution. Oh, poor things. Cat. Ah yes, it's one of those pocket pets, popular among women as a combination pet and handbag. They were created by splicing marsupial genes into common household animals. This one would appear to be one of the cat. Jesus Christ, people are just... their cats are purses. Jesus. Jeez, the SPCA would have a field day with Neo Kobe. Investigate around room. The reception area is just inside the entrance on the front side of the building. Everyone is carrying an ID. It appears that they are all law-abiding Neo Kobe citizens. There are no suspicious-looking types here. Reception desk. The sign says dangerous or hard to control animals must be on a leash or in a cage. Yeah, I don't think this is the Snatcher hospital, just saying. I'm really sorry, but I just can't deal with animals at all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I really wish you would shut up. 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 Oh, spare me. I really don't care for animals. I keep saying the same thing. Maybe its memory chip is damaged. So we've got bionic parrots, mute dogs, and handbag cats. And then just a tropical penguin. I really don't care for animals. It's a very quiet animal. Why did it bark? That's probably why it's at the hospital. Just let him freaking bark! Dogs do that. Cat. I'm really sorry. It seems to have a wound in its pouch. That happens frequently with those, I'm afraid. Jesus. Women's sharp cosmetic cases end up hurting the insides of the animal's pouches. It's for animals. Women just won't know anything. Ask about Snatchers. Have you heard any rumors about Snatchers in the area? I'm not worried. We keep a dog at our house. So does this hospital. Snatchers hate dogs, right? There is no solid proof, but animals with good senses of smell are said to be able to pick them out. That's right. That's why so many people are starting to keep pets these days. Snatchers? Do those things really exist? We'll be okay, won't we? They stay away from animals, right? What kind of a hospital is this? What? Didn't you know before you came? This is is an animal hospital. Sorry, but I don't think they can help your little robot friend. Hey, I'm not sick. I'm functioning properly. The doctor here has a really good reputation. It's so hard to find a good vet these days. Well, they don't do direct genetic manipulation, but their treatments are really good. They service manufactured pets here too. And they're approved by the Life Manipulators Oversight Committee. What about the doctor here? Is he any good? He's a fully licensed doctor with his genetic manipulation permit. He's about the only place in town that'll see you without a permit. Fully licensed, eh? Whew, really smells in here. That's the odor given off by these animals and their byproducts. So that's it. I thought something was right. It's a form of pollution. I might as well show them my drink crate. Are you a police officer? He really loves animals, you know. He's a great surgeon. Smaller establishment than I thought. Everybody here has a small animal of some kind with them. Must be really rich individuals. The receptionist is doing some paperwork. Looks like they take insurance here. Then it cannot be a Levelson hospital. Here's the treatment areas behind here. The animals all have collars and ID tags. They appear to be pets. There are numerous posters about pet insurance and vaccinations. Please, Gillian, I have real trouble with animals. We have to find out what this hospital... Really? I'd say we figured it out a long time ago. This is one of those examples of where you have to basically sift through every option over and over to, be able to proceed. It's one of those. Looking for a hospital with this sign. Well, it's not the one for this place. Looks kind of similar, though.
Snatchers cannot tolerate dogs. It is improbable that this is their skin cancer treatment center.
Looks like we barked up the wrong tree here. So, now we're back to square one, huh?
Don't become too discouraged. We still have many leads. Let's head back to the turbo cycle.
Olean Hospital.
Unfortunately, this wasn't the place.
You're right, Metal. Okay, let's go.
Gillian, it's the emergency line from HQ. I'll connect you.
Gillian, I'm glad I got you. I got a call from Katrina. She said she has something she needs to give you.
Something to give me? What in the world?
She seemed really scared. Kept saying that Alice was barking.
When did she call?
About 30 minutes or so ago.
Damn.
Gillian, we should hurry.
Yeah, Katrina's in trouble.
To Gibson's house. Now, Metal. Set the automated traffic control system to give us absolute priority. 10-4. God, I hope she's safe. Alright, now heading for Jean-Jacques Gibson's house. We have arrived at Jean-Jacques Gibson's house. What would you like to do? We've arrived at Gibson's house. What would you like to do? Katrina, are you here? There is no answer. We have to find Katrina, Gillian. Katrina, are you here? There is no answer. Let's check the door. Seems like someone is home, but something is odd. I can hear the noise of the streetlights transformers. It's almost too quiet. The lights are on. Perhaps Katrina is home. Everything appears to be in order, but still, one can see that the lights are on from out here. It's very faint, but I can hear something which sounds like human voices. Something is odd here. Please use caution, Gillian. It appears normal. There is no sign it was damaged. There is no sign of anyone in the area. Huh? It's not locked. Katrina is always very careful. It's not like her to leave the door unlocked. Right, I'll open the door. Are you ready? Yeah, open it. Entered Gibson's living room. What about Katrina? Where is she? I don't see her. This is rather troubling. We're the only ones here. Where could she have gone? The television and data terminals are still on. Around room, the lights have been left on. What could have happened to Katrina? The monitors are all still hot. They must have been left on. Yeah, you can tell this game is dated. Hot monitors in 2042. Window. What's this? I thought this was a window, but there's another shelf here. Why didn't I notice this sooner? A model of a house is on the shelf. Model of the house. It's a music box, but there is nothing inside it. It's a music box, but there is nothing inside. It's a perfect miniature of Gibson's house. It's made from a cast with the detail is excellent. I didn't know Gibson made a model of his house. It appears that something was kept inside of it. This model may have some connection with our investigation. True. After all, Jean left that search the house memo. This may be what he was referring to. Still, we have to find Katrina. The satellite receiver and various information channels have all been left on. Service charge meter from the show and the information channel shows a very high figure. It's more of a glass block shelf set in the wall than a window. Trees in the garden are visible. The house model is the only thing on the shelf. Its size fits the shelf perfectly. It's a music box, but there is nothing inside. Good idea. Katrina, are you in here? It's me, Gillian. There's no answer. Something must have happened. Check outside. Katrina, answer if you can hear me. There is no answer. Apparently, she cannot hear you. Gibson's living room. Just gotta go to the study. Let's check out the study. Oh, shit. Huh? What the? My goodness, what a shambles. Somebody has turned this place upside down. The Snatchers! They must have been looking for something. Look, round room. The room is a shambles. Things are scattered everywhere. PC-16. The monitor is broken. Sofa. The hard leather has been torn to shreds. The down feathers are leaking out. It must have shorted out. There are traces of burns on the case. Round room. Everything appears to have been smashed and broken. Based on the condition of this room, it looks like they were looking for something. I wonder what. I don't know, but it could be the same thing we're looking for. The machine is a total loss. It's a good thing we had already read the file on the disk. Maybe they're trying to destroy some kind of data on themselves. Oh. And hang on. There we go. We can't read it off the disk anymore, but I have it stored in memory. Don't worry. It was the last working PC-68 in the world. It was a very rare item. What a shame. Poor PC-68. It appears to have been torn by a claw-like instrument of some kind. They were worried about the location of their hospital getting out. Katrina must have discovered something related to that. Bet you're right. Katrina! Katrina! Are you in here? It's me, Gillian! There's no answer. Something must have happened. Several cuts run perfectly parallel to each other, suggesting something like an animal's claws. It was not like a knife or any other cutting tool. Let's move to the garden. Alice should be out there. Huh? Where's Alice? So Alice is missing too. There's nobody in the area. There's nothing unusual. There's nobody around. Look, there's a collar on the ground. It's Alice's magnetic collar. Special devices put around the yard prevent the dog from going beyond the property if it's wearing the collar. This is a registration number printed on the side. It's definitely the one Alice was wearing. Here's something which dragged on. Shit. I hope those fucking Snatchers didn't go after the dog. I hope to God they didn't kill the dog. It's too dark for standard optical sensors. Night vision sensors don't read anything though. There's a registration number painted on the side. Printed on the side. It's definitely the White House. Nothing unusual. It seems almost too quiet out here. This garden doesn't lead anywhere. It was Alice's own private space. There's no way that Alice could have gotten out without going through the study. I'm not picking up anything on infrared or motion sensors. It appears to have been torn apart. Alice is a Doberman. That's not exactly the kind of dog that goes down easy. It's true. If she was facing a human. This hair is unusual. There's no way Alice would have had enough strength to do this. Katrina! Katrina! Answer if you can hear me! There's no answer. Apparently she cannot hear you. Katrina! Katrina! Are you in here? It's me, Gillian! There is no answer. Something must have happened. Alice may be in earshot. Why do you call her? Alice! Alice! Here, girl! There is no sign of her. She rather likes people, so she would no doubt come out if she was here. Come here, Alice! Come here, girl! There is no sign of her. She rather likes people, so there would no doubt come out if she was here. Oh, those fucking Snatchers. I hope they didn't. I hope they didn't. Let's go back to the study. Gibson's study. Katrina! Katrina! Answer if you can hear me! There is no answer. Apparently she cannot hear you. Alice! Alice! Here, girl! There is no sign of her. She rather likes people, so she would no doubt come out if she was here. Katrina! Katrina! Are you in here? It's me, Gillian! There is no answer. Apparently she cannot hear you. Let's head back to the living room. This is Gibson's living room. As if the only things missing from the house are the people. Katrina! Katrina! Are you in there? It's me, Gillian! There's no answer. Apparently she cannot hear you. Come on, Alice! Come here, girl! There's no sign of her. She rather likes people, so she would no doubt come out if she was here. We're outside of the house. Katrina! Katrina! Are you in here? It's me, Gillian! There is no answer. Something must have happened. Come here, Alice! Come here, girl! There's no sign of her. She rather likes people, so she would no doubt come out if she was here. Alright, this is matter of the living room. It's Gibson's living room. Gibson's study. Katrina! Katrina! Are you in here? It's me, Gillian! There's no answer. Something must have happened. There's a registration number. Another typo. Shit. Gibson's study. sec. I swear I should have been able to progress. I mean, I've hit every option, haven't I? Side, look around the area. Fresh footprints near the front door. Rather small print, 2.5 centimeters in length. I would estimate it to be a woman's footprint. It might be Katrina's. I believe it's Katrina's. The prints head away from the house. Spacing indicates that she was running. Surprisingly, there was nothing of note outside. Katrina's safe. Go back inside. Gibson's living room. Study. House. Just sorted out. There was a shambles. Down feathers are leaking out. There appears to have been a Jew. Gillian, that sneeze. Maybe Snow 9? Wait a moment, let me analyze the air in the room. Analysis complete. It is a very slight amount, but there are definitely traces of Snow 9 here. It would appear that Snatchers have definitely been here. What about communications? Can you transmit? Yes, the Snow 9 isn't dense enough to block communications. Shit, let's go back outside and check something. This is the garden. I swear if there's Snatchers. Snatchers did what I think they did.
Gillian, I read motion. Use extreme caution. The signal is coming from outside the window.
No. They did not.
It's Alice!
The dog is dead. Body temperature suggests it was killed about 10 minutes ago. No doubt the work of Snatchers.
Scum! No reason to kill the poor animal. Katrina! Where's Katrina?
We can leave the cleanup here to the junk crews. We should look for Katrina.
Judging from the mess they made here, it looks like they were looking for something. We're quite upset that they couldn't find it.
Perhaps that means that Katrina is still safe.
That's true. If they had her, there'd be no need to turn the place upside down like this.
Perhaps Katrina took whatever they were looking for and fled.
I bet you're right, Metal. We've got to find her before they do. Let's get back to the turbo cycle.
Jesus Christ, those fucking Snatchers. Jeez. I mean, Jesus Christ. Those Snatchers, really? When I find their hospital, oh my god, there's gonna be hell to pay. Oh my god. How's your day? Have you been able to concentrate? Come on, Seed, get serious. Of course she's not here. Katrina probably has some clue to the hospital that Gibson found. calls, we'll put you through to her. We'll put her through to you right away. She may not be able to contact anybody right now. Oh my god. Honestly, I feel sick to my stomach. I know enough about this game. I've watched a few playthroughs, I'll be completely honest. I just don't remember exactly what order to do everything in, or to push every button. And there are still some scenes that I've seen several times in several playthroughs that still either scare me, startle me, or make me sick to my stomach. And I will be honest, as somebody who's had several dogs and other animals, as somebody who loves them dearly, every time I see that shot of Alice, I get sick to my stomach, I'll be completely honest. Did you find Katrina? Wouldn't all, yeah, we all wouldn't be so worried now, would we? Let's go to Alton Plaza. It's easy to hide there, especially with all the people shopping. Oh my god. Christmas movie is jolly every time we come here. See her anywhere. She does not seem to be in the area. She's really next. Fortune teller was here. Man, this metal number. This bill's number 396004. Let's just try calling. She might be home now.
Bet I surprised you, huh? Don't worry, this is just a tape. I'm at work right now. If you need to reach me, please call Neo Kobe Pharmaceutical Labs at 391009. Sorry to scare you. Bye!
Maybe Jamie knows something about it. Still bummed about Alice, though.
Good afternoon. Neo Kobe Pharmaceutical Labs. May I help you? Oh, Gillian, what's up?
So, she pretty much confirmed what we figured out, that Olene is just a pet hospital. But still, Katrina, where the hell could she be? Let's just see where it was. Worthwhile to search the neighborhood. That is a good point, because it does show us the whole neighborhood that Gillian's apartment is in. It's your apartment building.
Wait a sec. My lights are on. That's weird. I know I shut them off before I left.
Be careful. A Snatcher may be in your apartment.
Searching the place, maybe? I don't have any evidence up there.
Jesus. I know if your apartment is visible from this side. Shit. So something's in our apartment.
Something.
This time I can hear it too.
I read motion. Something is in there.
All right, Metal, lock the front door. We're not letting anything out of here.
It's like a little hissing. I don't see anyone in the room. There are no places where a person could hide. That's odd. The position of my chair and some of my stuff is different. There are some faint depressions in the carpet that would indicate footprints. Nothing seems to have been stolen. I read no movement in this room, but yeah, there's like a hissing noise. The shoe impressions are very sharp and deep. Most of the weight of the person was focused on one point. Something sharp. A snatcher? The possibility exists. Sound seems to be coming from the bathroom. What's that smell? A snatcher? I'm not sure, but I've smelled that before somewhere. This is the bathroom. It's really hot and humid in here. Gillian, you can't always be running away like that. There is something in the shower. The electronic blinds of the glass door prevent identification of whatever is in the stall. I read movement. There's movement in this room. My thermosensor shows a region of concentrated heat. I would say that hot water is being used. The in-use sign is lit on the window. I read movement from within the stall. Should we go after it? That would be a very dangerous move if it's a Snatcher. Opening the stall is a simple matter. What are you going to do, Gillian? I mean, there's only one thing to do. Don't know why a Snatcher would be
I'll
taking
open the
a shower
blinds by
in my,
altering the electrical polarity.
apartment, though.
Are you ready?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Now opening the blinds.
Whoa!
Oh,
You pervert! Get out of here!
I hope you learned your lesson, Gillian. You definitely had that coming to you.
and how did you
Oh,
know
yeah?
Katrina was
Well,
in the shower?
I didn't
Metal?
exactly see you close your eyes either.
That is because my optical sensors are not equipped with retractable shutters.
Oh, shut up. You know exactly what I mean.
Here comes Katrina.
I can't believe you did that, Gillian.
You see, I was just...
Face up to it like a man.
You shut up. I'm just glad that you're safe, Katrina.
I was so frightened. I just looked up your address and I let myself in. I'm sorry. Did I surprise you?
Surprise me? You bet you surprised me.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. By the way, how did you get in?
Hey, I'm the daughter of a junker. I can pick locks in my sleep.
I see. And you avoided the censors as well. You may have a promising career ahead of you. Ooh.
God, Gillian, Jesus Christ. This is like 10 times worse in the Japanese version. I will just say that right now. Why did I even bother? I guess probably not a good idea to, turned 18, thank God. Like I said, the Japanese, version. Pretty old for a model. That's a little scary. Now, this is fine dog. She's her only... Can't tell her the dog's dead. Yeah. Should get some clothes on. Huh, I just took a shower, so I'm a little hot. I'd like to stay like this. About that phone call. Would you tell me what that was all about? That's right. When I was straightening up the living room, I found that inside the model of our house. Oh yeah, there was a model of Gibson's house on the shelf, wasn't there? Hospital list. Appears to be a list of illicit medical facilities. It's the name of the hospitals, its director's name, or suggests in its area of specialty. Well then, the Snatcher's place, the one that Gibson found, must be on this list. So that's what the search of the house meant. Note that Gibson left meant. He was a little too clever this time. Will this list be of any help? This list has over 3,000 places listed on it. We could never hit them all. We need some other information to narrow it down. How about the image from Little John's memory? That should be the key. If you type in the name of the hospital, I'll scan the list for you. Alright. Now let's search for Oli first. sign is definitely for that hospital, right? The visual image of Oline is almost certainly correct. Hospital. It's not here. No, the name must be different. Think hard about that name in the picture. So Oline is the starting point, right? Maybe we're reading it wrong. Backwards, maybe? Nilo? Not on the list. I'll bring up Little John's memory. Think carefully. As long as there is no corruption of the image, we can be sure that the strokes in the letters in Oline actually exist, right? Well, then it would be Oline. I mean, if it continues. It looks like something continues off, so either Oline's... Gillian, I just checked that name, just to be on the safe side. Trying to think of something else. What could it be? Just trying to think. Is there anything else that... I'm trying to think, was there anything else that Gibson had or Gibson did that could have... Maybe that M continues off the edge, or the N. No, it's not here. Maybe additional letters appear after the N. So Olina. Let's try Olina again. Check it again for me, will you? Or try it again. As long as the strokes... different reading. If the hospital sign was burnt out, I'm trying to think of any other, but I don't see any other tubes, like on the picture. Oh, welcome to the stream, Ninja. Basically, we've picked up on Jean-Jacques Gibson's investigation from the first act. It appears he identified the Snatcher-controlled hospital. We're just trying to figure out the name. So far, the only evidence we really have is the upper left-hand corner. We have a picture of the hospital itself. That was pretty much all that was left from Gibson's navigator's memory. There's a neon sign that was burnt out, suggesting that the words on the sign could be different. I'm trying to think what other evidence Gibson left us. You know, there was obviously the record, the Snatcher, the record of why the Snatchers only come out at night during the winter. The fact that there is a hospital. There was a chess piece in his jacket, come to think about it. Wait. I'm trying to think, any chess pieces? Because the hospital Oline we ended up finding was a pet hospital. So maybe that L is burnt. Maybe that L is burnt out. Looks like a burnt out U. Burnt out Great Needle sign at Mountain Plaza. Part of the neon is burnt out. That O be a Q by any chance? Let's try Queen. Seems very close, but something is missing. Queen. They're really stressing that neon sign. But I mean, at the same time, there was a special message for Queen. Might the sign be the second code? Well, it says Hospital Oline. Let me try Queen again real quick. Let's check the name. Seems very close, but something is missing. If something continues off the side. might as well try it. Would be pretty funny if this was it. Sean had a chess piece with him. So, I'll be honest, I know the answer. I know what the actual answer is. This is just one of those things where if you keep going with ridiculous suggestions, if you just keep going with ridiculous suggestions, they basically just like start slapping you in the face saying, yeah, Jean had a chess piece with him. I wonder what that chess piece was. Like, at this point, if you just keep putting in ridiculous names, yeah. Ninja knows me well enough to know that like I said, I've watched several playthroughs of this game. But if you keep putting, there's no hospital call Lolene, and part of the sign may have been burnt out, and that chess piece must have had some meaning. Literally, they're just slapping you in the face right now, with the clues, with the answer. I want to see how long I can play this out, honestly. It's not on the list. There's no hospital called Lolene, and part of the sign must have been I'm just going to keep spamming this. I want to see if there's any additional dialogue, because sometimes there get some really funny results if you drag something on far enough. So now let's think carefully about it. There's no hospital called Olene, and that chess piece must have had some. Yeah, I think we've drawn it out enough. Before I put the answer in, and like I said, I already know what the answer is. You got any ideas? Think you figured it out? So, we've already established, we're pretty certain the chess piece in question is a queen. There's the possibility that the sign in the upper left-hand corner, that the letters might continue past it. It's sort of like a rolling facade, a rounded facade. So it's possible that there could be more behind the Olene. Maybe additional letters. But yeah, I was playing dumb this whole time. Yeah, queens. Even the text turns blue. It's and the music stops, so that's also a bit of a giveaway. And we found a match. Queen's Hospital. So the neon tube was burned out. There's more letters off to the edge. So Queen's like Olene. Investigate list. Hospital's address.
What's the address of that hospital?
CX District, PHC 77. The director is Chinese. Name, Jin Shu Oh.
Yeah, so this is the,
probably a
let's just say
snatcher,
this
too.
is the worst
So we finally
of
found
the
their
two,
nest.
the more poorly depicted of the two Chinese
Gillian,
characters in this
please
game.
be
I mean, neither of them are
careful.
portrayed particularly
Don't worry, Katrina.
well,
You're
but,
safe now. They won't be coming after you.
you know, let's just say
Just to be
Kojima
on the
wasn't
safe
exactly
side,
subtle.
We will have Kobe police take you into protective custody.
Let's just say
Gillian,
that,
I'm sorry about the way I reacted in the shower. Maybe if your timing had been a little better, we might have...
Don't worry about it, Katrina. I think I needed a cold shower anyway.
I'm just so confused. I don't want to lose anybody else.
All right, let's go, Metal. We have to pay a visit to Queen's Hospital.
But, yeah, not gonna lie, Kojima was not exactly being subtle with, the Chinese characters in this game. So, but, yeah, it looks like we found our, yeah, we should hurry to Queen's Hospital. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Either way, we've made progress. Like I said, I'm playing dumb in a lot of these situations, but there are still definitely scenes that either catch me off guard or make me sick to my stomach. I'll be honest, the game practically has no replay value because it's such a linear adventure. Honestly, this is the point honestly, after leaving Olean Hospital, not Queens, but Olean Hospital, this is sort of the point in the game where, you know, any sense of sort of exploration, I don't want to say open worldness because it's not a traditional open world game, but any sense of free exploration is sort of just like thrown out the window in favor of sort of linearizing everything, making everything very, 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 very linear in its design. It's pretty much going to be a straight shot from this point to the end of the game. This is Queens Hospital. That sign. That's the one that was in Little John's memory. No mistake. Yeah, so, investigate. We'll even... It's a picture of the neon sign at Queens Hospital. Looks about right if I say so myself. But before I go, I'm actually gonna see if Jamie can look into this. I'm going to actually see if Jamie can look into Queens Hospital for us.
Good afternoon. Neo Kobe Pharmaceutical
If they
Labs.
ordered
May I
any
help you?
pharmaceutical stuff.
Oh, Gillian, what's up?
Ask Queens Hospital. They placed a large order. Oh. Well. They placed a large order for anti-cancer drugs from between October and December. Anti-cancer drugs, like the kind of drugs that would be needed to, I don't know, stop a Snatcher's melanoma, a form of skin cancer? Director is Chinese, named Chin Shu Oh. Ordering truckloads of stuff. Oh, shit. So, we could really be in trouble. Records aren't all that detailed, yeah, especially if they're in a illicit hospital. Never heard the name before. We have nothing on him in here before. He might be one of those unlicensed underground doctors. Why don't you check your junker records? I'll take a look at our data, too. Let's go to Junker HQ real quick, do a little research into the hospital's director. Don't know if it's wise for us to just jump right in without doing a little research. But yeah, a huge shipment of anti-cancer drugs. Office. How's your investigation going? I'd say something is up there. You should check it out some more. Chief, do you know why I was assigned to the Junker Agency? I knew you'd ask that sooner or later, but I'm afraid it's top secret information. I can't tell you. Heard anything about... Tell me anything about that. Still, the top boys were really hush-hush about you. Seems a little odd to me. So not even the chief knows why I was assigned here. Anything about my past? The boys upstairs are really good at keeping things secret, you know, but what? But even even they don't seem to fully understand know what your story is about you and your wife is. But they do have a theory. What's the theory? The two of you were found in the Siberian neutral zone. Siberian neutral zone? They have linked you with the Snatchers through that fact. The two of you are living evidence. Why isn't there any data on me or Jamie and Jordan? It seems that your existence is a big military secret. They haven't told me anything about it. In other words, you and Jamie don't exist. Can't be allowed to exist. Jesus. So not even the chief knows what's going on. So head to engineering. Doing Gillian. There must be some secret hidden there. Yeah. Especially if they're ordering truckloads of cancer drugs. Hera, you really don't know what your own parents look like. That's right, my folks died in the catastrophe. Some scientist named Petrovich picked me up and took me to the army, and they took care of me. That's where I grew up. Learning nothing but how important it is to beat other countries to the race in new technologies. The catastrophe. So Harry also came out of Siberia, huh? Jeez. So Harry doesn't know who his parents are. Might have something to do with Siberia. Yeah, let's do a little digging real quick. Use card. And here comes another typo. Chinshuo. Director, Queen's Hospital. Age, 41. Background. March 2043. Taken into custody and stripped of Class 1 medical license for involvement in eugenics scandal. Ew. Ew. September 2045. Arrested for operation of unregistered medical facility. Stripped of Class 2 medical license. May 2046. Arrested for violation of physical containment, handling of dangerous substances laws. Permanently stripped of all medical licenses. Family, none. No data updates in 2047. So he's got no family. He's been stripped of all of his medical licenses, and he is the director of a hospital that looks pretty flippin' abandoned. So Jamie's looking into Queen's Hospital and the director, but from what we could tell, he was stripped of all of his medical licenses. Yet as of October, October, they had been ordering literal truckloads worth of cancer supplies, or cancer medication. Anti-cancer drugs, as Jamie called it. Time here, both the length of the stream and having to go to bed so I can get up early. I might end up finishing my investigation shortly, at least for the evening, or that I have to investigate the door lock system being employed in order to be able to open it. Building dates from the 20th century. There is no sign that they are in business. So an abandoned hospital ordering cancer drugs. So only from quite close. surprising number of people out there. The current pedestrian traffic is quite heavy. We're in quite a distance from any shopping or residential areas. We're going in. Awfully dark, yeah. Center of the lobby and 3 doors along the wall behind it. There's dust everywhere. There's nobody in the booth. The monitors are switched off. Is closed. That door is closed. That door is closed. I'm not picking up any movement. There's nobody else there. Not what's the neon sign on? If it appears abandoned, homeless and other people may move into the building. What filth. There's no operational hospital in the world with floors this dirty. A solid layer of dust just has been collected. It hasn't been operated for several months. What's this? There are some kind of switches here. Gillian, look at this. It says door control. 1, 2, 3. These switches must be for these doors over here. Apparently they are operated from here. The door is closed. The door is closed. These switches. Door 1 opened. Door 2 opened. 3 opened. We're in room number 1. There was an operating table. It would appear that this room was used for surgery or treatment of some kind. Camera lighting equipment for surgery are everywhere. These monitors are for displaying images from various types of internal body cameras. There is a layer of dust on the sheet. No one in the area besides us. There's been no maintenance of this equipment for some time. It would take some work before it could be used. They are covered as dust. There's no sign. Judging from the distribution and thickness of the dust, there is no sign it has been moved recently. Around the room, I don't believe anything is hiding in the room. That's good. Nothing about this bothers me. Specialized devices and machines are located throughout the room. Genital manipulators, various lasers, microsurgery implements. The place seems well equipped. Once abandoned like this, even the most costly equipment is useless. There are jars for preserving items in formaldehyde and a number of other containers and chemicals. There are various types of biotech equipment. They were apparently carrying out some rather involved project. It's a very expensive monitor with super high resolution for medical applications. Some contain specimens. I'd rather not look too closely at them. Dust. This equipment would need extensive maintenance before it could be used. What a waste. dark in here. Can't see a thing. I have a light installed just for situations like this. Please use if necessary. Turn your light on. Yes, sir. Coming on. The light is now on. I turn control of it over to you, Gillian. You operate the light with the direction key. Press the B button together with the direction key to move the light. Otherwise, the direction key navigates through commands as usual. Make sure the objects you wish to examine are centered in the light's beam. Horror game moment. I can assure you, like I said, I've played through this game enough. I will tell you from experience right now, there's no horror moments during the first visit to Queen's Hospital. And like I said, I'll probably have to cut off my investigation shortly, only because nothing here. See, nothing unusual. Only because I got a meeting early tomorrow, so I want to make sure I'm well dressed, or well awake. So nothing in the corners there. Looks like a calendar. It's a whiteboard of the type used for messages, lectures, or other functions. It's a whiteboard with a copy prevention device installed. Nice picture. Now let's see. There's a table here, a table there. What the hell? There are rails on the floor. There are rails on the floor. They run under this desk. Perhaps this desk is designed to slide. Pushing it doesn't do any good. It won't budge. There's nothing there. Check this computer. It's a monitor designed for use with a computer. You don't say! It is a monitor. It looks like one for a personal computer. Yeah, we figured that out. What the heck? There's a box of matches on the desk. Oh my, these matches are from Outer Heaven. Outer Heaven seems to be quite a particular popular spot with our Snatcher friends. I suspect they go there to select their victims. I will store these matches as evidence. There's nothing on the desk. Looks like there's more rail over there. It's a vase. There are no flowers in it. It's a completely ordinary vase. Odd detail, but I guess whoever was in this office, or whoever operated this office, was, you know, appreciated flowers. It's a picture of some kind of a temple. It looks somewhat Islamic. I think I've seen that thing somewhere before. Damn, I just can't remember. It's a very old photograph. Judging from the condition of the inks and paper, I would suspect that it is at least 50 years old. What's a picture like this doing on the wall here? Metal, what's this a photo of? One moment, please. I'll scan my data files. I have a positive ID. It's the Cathedral of St. Basil. It's a famous cathedral that was a Moscow landmark before the catastrophe. St. Basil's Cathedral. Have I heard of that? I can't seem to remember. Come to think of it, there was a map of Moscow on the wall of Freddie Nielsen's apartment, wasn't there? Moscow, eh? What connections do the Snatchers have to Moscow? I've stored this photo in my memory. There's a drawer back here. Just gonna... It's a drawer. Let's investigate the drawer.
There seems to be a scrap of paper caught between these two drawers. The others are empty. It appears that someone tried to straighten up in a hurry.
Let me see that paper.
Here it is.
What? What is this? It looks like Chinese or something. Metal translated.
Okay, let's see. Patient record, first examination. I'm not familiar with the next 5 characters. It's the first time I've ever seen any of them.
I thought you were supposed to be really good at Chinese.
My strongest areas are in chop suey, egg foo young, and wontons.
Rare Chinese characters. Or maybe some kind of code? At any rate, this is definitely part of someone's chart. If we can figure out these characters, we may be able to uncover another Snatcher.
What do you suppose happened to the other records?
Looks like someone cleaned them out of here. Maybe they knew we were coming.
Somehow I get the feeling that the Snatchers know what we're up to. I'll store the fragment of the file.
I didn't read this in the creative gene. Yeah, I mean, I know that historically Japanese and Chinese relationships are, you know, tense, to put it nicely. But, I mean, come on, man, this is just, you know, this is just, crossing the line, just a little bit further than, you really should. Either way, yeah. So, it looks like the office, the director's office, was, being used shortly up until we got there to the hospital. And that whoever is there, if someone is there, was looking to clean up in a hurry and left behind a patient record. You know what? I'm gonna try. This is something I've been wanting to do, and now that I have a high quality, you know, sort of copy of this image, I want to see if this will actually read through on if this is actually legitimately Chinese characters, or if this is just the sprite artist making shit up. Hang on one sec. Detect language. Chinese traditional? I know there's simplified and traditional Chinese. So, believe it or not, Konami or the sprite artists or whoever actually did their work. So it is a little hard to decipher on account of probably both the scan lines and the low resolution pixel art, if you will. But I can confirm that the first line reads patient record first diagnosis or patient record first appointment. Technically, according to Google Translate, it says medical records of first diagnosis patients. Believe it or not, I can also acquire the second line, the one that Metal, you know, the super advanced translator robot from the future, is still unable to do anything. I wonder if I bring it close enough, if it'll... But, yeah, let's just say that, like I said, even if I didn't have Translate on hand, yeah, even if I didn't have Translate on hand, I'd know, even if I didn't have Translate on hand, I know what that says, and like, Metal was saying, the first thing was patient record, the lower line, or patient record first diagnosis, or patient record first, examination. The second line is supposed to be something that you can't really decipher. Looking at the time, and I've almost been streaming for 2 hours and 20 minutes on the dot. I know I'm cheaping out. I'll be completely. I know I'm sort of cutting the stream off early. That last time I was on stream for about 4 hours. But I am also looking at the time, taking into account the fact that I do have some stuff to do tomorrow, over the weekend. I got a meeting and some project to work on. So, I think it would be best if we, sort of end the investigation here and postpone the remainder of Act 2. and postpone the remainder of Act 2 to next week's stream. We can probably also get Act 3 out of the way, because that's basically a 30-minute cutscene with a few action segments, a minor amount of interaction. So, again, I absolutely hate to do that, but I'll try to make the next stream just a little longer to compensate. So that was I'd like to say the first third of Act 2. Probably close to the first half. Turns out it was probably a little longer than even I thought it would be. I thought, like I said, Snatcher does have, I'll be honest, the way Snatcher is structured, it definitely sort of tapers off. You know, like Act 1, you can explore all these areas, you know, Junker HQ, Alton Plaza, Gibson's house, your apartment, you know, Outer Heaven, Plato's Cavern, Rodriguez's apartment, Nielsen's apartment. You know, there's all these places you can go to. Now, granted, they're not all accessible at the same time, but you definitely have far more freedom in how you can explore Neo Kobe City. But like I said, Act 2 starts with a little bit of exploration. You can visit Alton Plaza, you can visit your apartment, you know, in HQ. They're not really as much freedom, but after this point, this is I don't want to call this the point of no return because it really isn't. But with the next stream, we are definitely going to be entering the point of no return. Things are going to be changing in the story enough that pretty much any freedom that we've had up to this point is taken away from us for the sake of sort of pushing the story towards its conclusion. So, yeah, I guess we'll see how things turn out. Like I said, I pretty much know everything on how this game's on how the game's going to play. I'll try not to spoil anything. But just to recap, you know, Harry recovered Metal Gear's memory, or not Metal Gear, Harry recovered Little John's memory. All that was really left was this corrupted image of a hospital facade that said Olean. With Napoleon's assistance, we located a hospital Olean, but it turned out to be a veterinary hospital. So, you know, not really our strongest moment. Then we get a surprise call from Mika on the emergency line that Katrina was in trouble, or that she has something to give us, and ran off. So we investigated the mansion, or not well, it's certainly a mansion compared to other places. We investigated their house. Unfortunately, their dog Alice did not survive. I'll just leave it at that, because frankly, I still think of that scene and it makes my stomach sick. Makes me sick to my stomach. You know, we end up finding Katrina. She managed to work her way into our apartment. She had a list of illicit hospitals. And we ended up figuring out that the Olean, the sign actually continued off to the side. It ended up being Queen's Hospital. Fun fact, in Japan, in the original release of Snatcher, it is just Queen. The S at the end was actually added for the US version, and is only in the US version, or the English version of Snatcher. In fact, during the PlayStation 1, the PS1, Sega Saturn remakes, I believe it goes back to Hospital Queen, especially because they also don't... let's just say that the remakes for the Saturn and the PlayStation 1 were, how would you say, cheap as fuck? Basically, when they reworked the sound, they added a few new songs, if you count a series of beeps and stuff as a song. But they really didn't, They really didn't, oh, hang on. Should probably close that tab in the unlikely event that it starts to loop back to us. Okay, good, audio's muted. Yeah, Sega Saturn's, Snatcher on the Sega Saturn. Yeah, some people said the Sega Saturn and PS1 versions of Snatcher would have been the definitive versions of the game if it weren't for the piss poor soundtrack. And frankly, I would have to agree. And I'll use the PlayStation version because it is. I'm going to use the PlayStation version because it is just that little bit more bearable, soundtrack-wise. The graphics had a nice little boost to their quality for the most part. So yeah, here's Slow Beef's playthrough.
Oh yeah, we went to
some of the female
style,
characters,
but it's I guess depending on what you think.
Yeah, some of the female characters were given a more anime-esque slow style. You know, there's a little more shading in the graphics. Shout out to Slow Beef. He was one of the first people to play Snatcher and one of the first Let's Players out there. The interior layout of Gillian's apartment is, for the most part, the same, but the phone and the shelf are on separate walls now, and there's a different angle to it. Some of the areas have better lighting, or if you will, just some, what is it, better lighting, better shading. Plato's Cavern looks a little darker, which sort of fits in with the black market. I don't know how I feel about this, because up until now, and again, this is going to be spoilers if you haven't seen my other streams, you know, you're not supposed to really believe Lisa's a Snatcher in this scene. But there's something about the way that the apartment sort of fades into black. It feels like it's a little more run down than it should be, given that they're really making it clear that Lisa has a nice apartment. I don't know why the bathwater is green in this. I really don't know. That scene right there just looks a little weird. Like, yeah, there's a little inconsistency with Gillian's hair color, but he also looks like, I don't know, that skin tone just doesn't come off as natural. Almost like rotten, I want to say, and I don't know if that's a limitation of the Sega or the PS1 and Saturn's palettes. Like you see, it looks a lot better here. Here's the part where Lisa turns out to be a Snatcher. You'll see they added a few extra frames of animation in this scene, including one where she's basically staring directly at the camera. You can see the red eyes. And yeah, that's actually another thing to mention. And I'm going to switch scenes. Yeah. So if you look at the Snatcher robots, the actual ones from the game, this is what the this is what the Snatchers looked like in the PC Engine release of Snatcher. Look a little familiar. Hang on one second. Yeah, I mean, just saying, I see some similarities. I don't know where, I don't know quite where I'm getting that idea from, but there's something about this Snatcher right here that makes it look like a T-800 from everyone's favorite series about time-traveling murder bots. Just saying, it does look a little, I don't know, copyright infringingly close to being a Terminator. Which is actually why they did this to the Sega CD version and sort of spoiler. This is from a future scene in the game. But yeah, they added some green plating, changed the eye colors to green. Honestly, I think this actually looks scarier and more intimidating than I think that looks more intimidating. That Snatcher up there looks more intimidating than this Snatcher here. I don't know if it's just the coloring and the shading, but it even looks like it's just better drawn too. Like just not as much detail in this versus sort of the necessity, yeah, to add the olive green plating. So there was a little bit of censorship there, but yeah, this is the part that really kills the Sega Saturn and PlayStation versions, if not just for the censorship, because the PlayStation version is heavily censored, even more so than the U.S. the American Sega CD version or English Sega CD version. But no, the Japanese PlayStation version is really censored. They actually pan away from Gibson's head. They pixelate some scenes later in the game. It's really weird, but I'm gonna unmute now, just for your reference. We're gonna play a few songs from both games. So here's, hang on. So here is. Trying to find a song that's similar for both. So here's Pleasure of Tension. You've heard this a few times during our play tonight game. So that's the Sega CD version of Pleasure of Tension. Here's actually the original version from the original PC-88 release. Keep in mind the original releases actually came with additional sound cards or sound hardware. At least I don't know if the PC-88 version did, but I know the MSX version does. This. And it's a remix. Hang on, PC-88. Here's the PC-88 version isn't great, but wait till you hear the PlayStation and Sega Saturn version. Man, nothing like elevator music when I'm in the middle of an investigation. Yeah, not exactly what I would consider, not exactly what I would consider a decent adaptation. And then here's the song that, we've all been trying to, acquire, if you will, that we've all had the song is pretty much, like, fused with the, audio vocal tracks, and so far, this is as far as we have gotten, really, to the Sega CD, Saturn, PSX version, or PlayStation 1 version of Faded Memories. And you can hear some distortion in the background from where the vocals and stuff have been trimmed out. Oh, my first day on the job, and now this. Ace Jungle Gibson's client, probably. Snatcher. I wonder if this guy really is a Snatcher. But, yeah, you can hear where they've tried to rip the voices out. It's an excellent attempt, it's just, not quite there yet, and, let's see. This is, hang on. This is the original release of Faded Memories on the PC-88. And this photo, believe it or not, is actually from a series of Snatcher trading cards that were released. So, Konami went pretty hard on trying to promote this great game in Japan. So, I mean, there was that version, trying to find the, Zoom Tracks version. This is the Zoom Tracks version. This is the one that was released on the soundtrack CD and came with the, PC Engine CD version, or was in the PC Engine version. Which isn't terrible, but, yeah. The voice is being drowned out a little by the game audio. Yeah, that's sort of what it sounds like when you try. I'll be honest, I was sort of trying to emulate the effect of how it was sort of how the attempts to get the original song version of Faded Memories out. It's weird, because I think I got the audio volume right for my headset and the game, but YouTube videos can have different volume levels, so. This song really starts. Here we go. This song really starts to become a banger right about now. I'm tempted to do that, to recreate that meme where the guys just are playing Osu and they just push the chair away and just start dancing. Yeah, there's a lot of songs for Snatch. Like I said, there were 88. There were 6 versions of Snatcher released, and none of them used the exact same soundtracks. Like the closest ones that are the 2 closest together are the PlayStation and Saturn versions, which use the same, like, I guess I want to say the tracker files, but they're just played through like each system's general synthesizers. And what ends up happening is one of them, the Saturn version, sounds worse than the other. There are a few slight gameplay tweaks to the Saturn and PlayStation versions as well. There's a segment that comes up during the Saturn version and PlayStation version that isn't in the Sega CD. It's like added as a last minute, involving sort of a 3D maze. And then they adjusted some shooting segments in Act 3. Trying to think. And then there's also SD Snatcher, which was, believe it or not, so yeah, SD Snatcher. Basically, it is, what if Snatcher was a JRPG? Like, what if Snatcher was a JRPG? There's a few sort of changes in the story. I'm gonna pretend that isn't a thing. There's a few storyline changes, but
God damn it! Why?
yeah, Panda Snatcher. A Snatcher in a panda suit. This is a thing. This is a thing. A Snatcher in a panda suit. That's the weird ass JRPG spin-off. Still has a banger soundtrack. But, you know what? I think I'm actually going to close off my stream with this song. Why the hell not? I mean, this is such a banger. That said, I think it's time for me to end the stream.
Mic off.